Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again for another video. Today I would like to talk about something that even people who are not on a spiritual path might understand and might be curious about. And it's a question that a lot of people have, like how the soul connects with the body. Well, that's quite simple actually. I will make this very simple, and of course there are many details to talk about, but maybe in this case it's good to keep it simple to just get an idea, general idea. Okay, so I brought my blackboard again, as this worked out really nicely last time. Let's see how it does this time. So, generally speaking, we have the body and we have the soul. Now, you know the saying that we are not the body. We are not the body. We shouldn't identify with the body. However, we are the soul. We are the soul, and the soul is much larger than just this body at this time of life that we are in right now. So we actually have a body. However, this body is quite important because we're talking about the here and now and where we live and where we exist at this moment. So even though there is the soul, you could say that the soul is surrounding us. However, there are streaks and streams of soul, which we call the oversoul. Okay, so let's say this is the person. I'm not good at drawing people too much, so I'm just making this very simple. And this person receives, this body receives the oversoul or fragments of the oversoul or higher self. And very important, we're not the only ones who receive aspect of this higher self. There are more people who receive aspects of this higher self as well, and they belong to our soul family, you could say. So this is very simple, okay? So I'm sure there are more people who can talk about this in more detail. I just want to explain the basics. And I want to focus on the body, because this is like a receiver. This is like a router, you could say, for Wi-Fi signal. So you have this router in you. You are the router. And please don't think of negative EMF radiation. I know this is a not so nice association. However, it's good to understand where I'm going to. So this can get more. This person, this body, can receive more signal or less signal. And it depends on the body how much signal it can take at any given moment. So a person who is generally tense will receive only a trickle of soul, and it might not reach the whole body. So this is like a charge the person receives, and it's very small. If the person is tense and there is no electricity, almost no electricity running through the body, it's like as if you tighten your fist around a sponge, and the sponge can only take so much water or air. And the more we open up, the less tension we have, the more signal can actually enter into the body, and it fills us all the way through. Okay, so there's more and more and more bandwidth, you could say, that enters the body, more and more soul. So where this was maybe 20% soul, this is maybe 80% soul. However, we will not get in this life, on this earth, in this body, I don't think we will ever get to 100%. Why is that? Because the body is not made for it. It needs a gradual transformation, which is actually taking place. As you know, we're transforming. Our bodies are becoming crystalline, and this is because we are receiving constantly more charge from the oversoul and from the surrounding. And there's another thing to this. You might have seen my video on the emotions and how they are in the body. Well, it was the subject of well-being. So if you look up that video, you see a chart which is from a scientific paper, where you see that the bodies that they investigated are charged with energy, depending on the different emotions that they were holding. And a lot of the so-called negative emotions, the ones that are below neutral on the emotional scale, like depression, fear, anxiety, anger, or hatred, or what have you, all these negative emotions, they cut off the legs. So there is most of them, they do not have a connection to the legs. And that's very important, because this is where the first chakra is, and the connection to the earth energies. So this is very important if you want your roots. Okay, so there is a necessity to charge this part of the body to actually connect to Gaia and the earth grid. And this is where we are also connected to other people. So we're not alone, we're all connected, mostly to our soul family. However, the more these people are connected, the more we can connect to them as well. And also, so this is our own personal toroidal field, and the more charge there is in this toroidal field with the positive energy, the more you will take charge, decide, and manifest your own surrounding. Okay? And this is a nice metaphor. You might have heard the metaphor that we are transforming, that we are in metamorphosis, becoming a butterfly. So if this is our cocoon, our body is transforming. This is our cocoon. It's our first we are a caterpillar, okay, and then we transform into a butterfly. So the more bliss charge and cosmic energy we can hold, the more we can transform into a beautiful, beautiful butterfly, spreading our wings and definitely flying. And we don't even know what that means yet, because we haven't been there yet. It's about discovering. It's a gradual journey towards enlightenment, you could say. It's a gradual journey to opening up to our capacities, to our divine capacities, and to knowing what this means. And there's another thing here, because if we are in this flow, in this energy flow, the more we are in this energy flow, the more stable we feel on the inside, because this is like it's like a current. It will bring us into alignment, inner alignment and balance and stability automatically. So we do not have to control so much. We can give up control and just hand ourselves over to the cosmic energies. And this is true. This is something that I've experienced, and I know a lot of people are experiencing this. So the more you give yourself up to these cosmic energies, the more you open up, the more you will have a good life. And the tendency to suffer and to go with the survival mode, which is something that we have been trained to have and to live in this 3D reality, that will just fall away. It will just disappear. We will not have the need to be in survival mode, because the survival will just be something that we release. As we release the tension, the sponge opens, the survival mode just goes away. So it's good to focus on our well-being and our bliss charge, because that's where we invite more and more energy into the body and become more whole and receive more guidance. Okay, so I hope this was a good explanation. Thanks everyone for listening, and please enjoy being a butterfly. Love you all very much. Bye for now.